Hello money magnets and master traders, it's your Uncle Charters and welcome back to another unbiased price action analysis. Looks like we had ourselves an amazing bounce, relief bounce, or is a low finally in? We're gonna find out this week, but either way it was an amazing ending to last week. Last week was truly a legendary week for trading. Lots of volatility, lots of opportunities, bearish opportunities, as well as bullish opportunities. Unbiased traders were able to optimize their trading opportunities and make lots and lots of money the money magnetic way. Now, how did we trade it last Friday? How did we end the week? I wrote in my Discord, this was in my general lean section. After hitting a previous low, 676.5, will we finally get a relief rally? If the answer is yes, watch the 681.2 and 683 level. This was a tough sell zone yesterday, referring to Thursday. So clearing it would put SPY in bounce mode. So for me, staying above 683 was my sign, my price action sign on whether to be bullish or bearish or not. Because above it, as I wrote here, SPY would be in bounce mode. We look on the 15-minute chart. Look at how the market opened, clearing the 683 level. It bounced off of 681.2, cleared 683. But here's where the real confirmation came in. When it back tested 683 as a support, where we found buying pressure and it was able to push the price even higher. Now, why was 683 so darn important to me? As I wrote in my general lean, 683 was the previous day's sell zone. So when we see a roll change, when we see a sell zone turn into a buy zone, that is bullish price action. That's why for me 683 was important. Seeing the sell zone from the previous day turn into the new buy zone is what we called in the price actions community price acceptance. It's when the market makers accept that new level as the new buy zone, and that's your sign on whether to be bullish or bearish or not. And it worked out really well, clearing 683, cleared my 684.7 level and just trucking on up. It kept trucking on up, buying the dip. Every micro dip was bought and just kept on going higher. It even broke past the 687.2 level. That's the 50% retracement of the potential inverted cup pattern. As you guys can see, we broke past that, and boy oh boy, maybe this is not going to be an inverted cup and handle. Maybe this is a double bottom that's going to lead us back to all-time highs. I don't know. All I do as a YouTuber, as a trader, as a person of his own community in Discord, I identify the levels and setups, and we just got to trade it unbiasedly the best way we can. So that's what I'm going to do again, is give you guys the levels and the setups, and when the price action starts communicating to you, you'll know what to do. So let's cover the bear case scenario first, and then after I will cover the bull case scenario. So we can see that we clear a lot of levels. I have a question for you guys. When does a bounce end? The bounce ends when support levels are lost. Just like we have a false breakdown setup to put in a bottom, to put in a top, it usually and always, not usually, but always starts off with a false breakout setup. And my favorite saying as a trader that I've been saying on YouTube for many years, not every false breakout puts in a top, but every top started with a false breakout. So we want to trade with the odds in our favor. So what levels did we see clear? 689, I'm referencing 689 and 687.2. Those are the two support levels I want you guys to pay attention to. If this bounce is over, those two levels must fail, especially 687.2 being the critical one, and that should send us back lower. Put in a lower high and send us back lower down the previous lows. Those two levels must fail. However, if we manage to stay above those levels, especially 687.2 lowest, and we start clearing more resistant levels, here's the bull case. 691 and 692.8 are the levels I want you guys to watch. If we clear those levels, more upside incoming. Back to all-time highs is in play. Okay? So you got the bull case scenario and you have the bear case scenario. Now it's on you guys to trade it unbiasedly in real time. Here is QQQ. Now we can see that QQQ is showing signs of bullishness. Here was a low that I was watching back on January 20th. It was at 607. As we can see, we recaptured that low. This is a potential false breakdown setup in play here. We're going to keep it quite simple. Above 607, we will stay bullish. We will buy the dips or play the bullish setups. Breakout resistance, false breakdown setups. You want to play it level to level using runners. With runners, what does that mean? If you enter a setup based on one level and it hits the next level, you take most profit there and you leave runners in case we get a home run move or if you want to swing. So pretty much stay bullish above 607. I have support at 608.5 as well, but to be bullish, stay bullish above 607. Now bullish follow through will be to clear 610, 612, and 613.4. If those levels clear, that's your bullish follow through. That's your bullish signs based on the price action that we are heading up higher. So if you are in calls or you're looking to enter calls, you want to hold as long as above 607. If we clear those levels, you want to keep on holding. At least your runners. I would take most profits level to level style. That's the bull case scenario. The bear case scenario is quite simple. 608.5 and 607 being the critical one must fail as support. That will give us a false breakout setup. That will tell us that the relief bounce is over. Oh, look at that. Look at how the bounce paused right at my 5 DMA. You guys know how I feel about the 5 DMA. I'm bearish below it, bullish above it. So if we're above 607, are we recapturing that 5 DMA and those other levels I mentioned, 613.4? That's bullish follow through. Right now, the bears, now that they hit the 5 DMA, must break down 607. If that happens, do not play it biasly. Just switch back to being bearish and bet back to the downside. Most likely will go hit 605, 600 or lower would be back in play. So above 607, stay bullish. Below 607, get bearish. Here is Tesla also battling at the 5 DMA. If there is more upside, we have to look at the last level that was cleared, which is my 409.2 is fib level. Okay, this looks like a rising star pattern as well, which is technically a bullish setup, a bullish 3 candle setup. So if it continues to play out, we need to see more levels clear. 412, 416, 417.5, those levels clear. This 3 candle pattern setup that's bullish will continue to play out and we can get more upside back to 425 or higher. If this is over, if the bounce is over, 409.2, 408, 406, and 404 must fail. Those levels fail, then back to the downside we go. Here is NVDA with a beautiful bounce to the upside. 177.6 was a low that I was watching. We cleared it and it kept on going. Beautiful false breakdown setup. We're currently above the 20 DMA, which is around 184.6, and I do have a fib level at 186 and 188. If those levels clear, we can expect a lot more upside. 190 plus income, and it wouldn't be surprised me if we hit 199 though, but let's play it one level at a time. Above 186, 188, expect more upside. 190 plus for sure. But if this bounce is over, 184.6 and 183 must fail to put 181, 179 and 176.6 back in play. Back below 177.6 would truly be bearish. Here is Amazon. Holy moly donut shop. What a beautiful gap down. But during the day, somebody was buying the dip and they hit my fib level around 211. So let's put it quite simple. If we are to get more upside, 211 must clear. If 211 clears, 215, 219, 221 or higher would be back in play. We must get above 211. But if we stay below 211, I recommend staying bearish and will likely drop below 200 or lower. Keep those levels in play. Here is Microsoft. Microsoft have an inside candle setup. I have resistance at 402 and 403.3. If those levels can clear, we can get a bounce up to 409, 410.8, possibly even 416. But we need to clear 402 and 403.3. Otherwise, stay bearish below 403.3. We're likely dropping back below 400. I have a level around 393.6. It's a good chance we break down that level as well. And 392, below 392, the inside candle ends bearish. Here is Meta retesting the 20 daily moving average. Watch that 20 daily moving average. I also have a fib level at 656.7 and I have a regular level at 655. If those levels fail, guys, expect a lot more downside for Meta. If this is truly a bounce, then we need to clear some resistant levels. 6 658, 660, 664 can all be in play, be back in play. And if those levels clear, 669, 671, and 672.3 will be back in play as well. And above 672.3 is when Uncle would switch back to being bearish on Meta. Here is Apple. Continuing to look bullish here. I have resistance at 279.7, 281, and 283. If those levels can clear, expect more upside for Apple. But if it's truly a time for a pullback, 278, 276.8, 274.2, all must fail as support. Now the 5 DMA is aligning with my 274.2-ish fib level. Below the 5 DMA is when I would favor a much deeper pullback. So watch the 5 DMA. Here's IWM recapturing multiple levels at 261 fib level was one. Cleared, busted right through the 20 DMA. Now we're dealing with another fib level at 265. If we can clear it and also clear 266.4, we can expect a lot more upside. Possibly get to 269 plus. But if it's truly time to pull back, 263 must fail as support. That's a fib level. We're also the 20 DMA. Those levels fail, expect IWM to retest 261, and below 261 is when I would switch back to being bearish on IWM. And here is the VIX. I've been loving the VIX. It's spiked up. The VIX spiked, but it also dropped a good amount back to the downside. And it retested the 200 daily moving average, the 200 DMA. So that's going to be very critical to watch this week. It's around 17.4-ish. If that fails, I do have this uptrend line that we can go retest around 16.7-ish. And below 16.7 would put VIX in breakdown mode. I don't really want to see the VIX dropping because that means volatility would drop. But whatever happens, we'll have to accept it and make the best of it. If this is truly a bounce, 18, 18.8, and 19.7 must recapture. And before I let you go, here is the DarkPool level at 691. 1.6 billion in premium came in around that level. Above it, get bullish or stay bullish. Below it, we're below 691 and we start breaking down support levels like 689 and 687.2, get bearish. I love y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the background noise with all the dogs. I'll work on that for the next video. I love y'all. Peace.